Hey guys, and welcome back to the J2O channel, and this is your match preview of the Champions League. The champions! I don't know how that sounded, but hopefully it was decent. But yeah, we're back. The Champions League is back. Obviously it's a campaign that, you know, everyone loves. Certain clubs would love to be in this competition, but they can't, so hold that. But yeah, it's the best club competition in the world. We are back. Dinamo Zagreb tomorrow. We are actually the first team alongside Dortmund and whoever they're facing to play tomorrow in the Champions League, as it does kick off tomorrow. So yeah, like I said, I've said in past videos that, you know, it's going to be a crazy season. The Champions League group stages is going to be done before the World Cup, which is normally done around, I think, December time. Late November is when you normally finish off the group stages, but because of the fixture congestion, because of the World Cups coming, all of them will be done probably before like mid-November. So yeah, the fixture list is already heating up. It's already piling up on us already. Everyone in the squad has already traveled to Zagreb, to Croatia, except for Thiago Silva and N'Golo Kante. Obviously, N'Golo Kante is injured, and Thiago Silva, in Thomas Tuchel's press conference, he said that, you know, Thiago Silva and himself and the staff, the coaches, everyone agreed that, okay, it's best you take this rest, and yeah, we'll have you back for Fulham away, which for me makes total sense. For me, the right decision. At one point, I was looking for Thiago Silva to be rested because I was like, okay, he had a long season last season in terms of the amount of games he played. This season, there has been some games where he's had to put his heart, his soul, his blood, sweat, tears into it. Everton away, where he pulled up with an injury. West Ham recently, you know, Tottenham, just every game he's had to really defensively. Leicester as well, like, you know, it's sort of like this is all going to pile up on him at one point, and I don't want it to be a situation where we overplay him and he gets injured, etc., etc. So I think Thiago Silva not traveling is sort of putting me in between two minds in terms of what system, what formation, and what players Thomas Tuchel could play tomorrow. I'll get into that a bit later on. In terms of his press conference in general, he obviously mentioned that Zakaria is obviously in contention for tomorrow. Aubameyang is in contention for tomorrow as well, but he did say with Aubameyang that depending on how he trains today with his mask, we'll see whether he starts the game or comes off the bench. One thing he did say about Aubameyang was, obviously, he's not going to play 90 minutes tomorrow, which I can understand. At first, I was like, really? You know, is that necessary? Like, he can play 90. Like, normally he is fit. But I thought about it and I was like, fitness is pretty important. The fact that he does have a broken jaw a bit as well, it is necessary to protect him, I guess, from that aspect. So yeah, I do understand why Aubameyang will not be playing 90 minutes tomorrow. Now, Thomas Tuchel did give signs to me that he is going to start him, but at the same time not, so I'm not really quite sure. Obviously, in the press conference, there was other things that was talked about. Obviously, the Croatians in there were asking him about Kovacic, and he spoke highly of Kovacic, of course, about how much of a top player he is and how much of a top guy he is in general. And then obviously about Dinamo Zagreb as well. I saw something where in the past 8 seasons, Dinamo have won the league title 7 of the 8 times. They're now on a 5. I think the last season they won it, obviously, and it was for the 5th time in a row. So they're clearly on a run here where you know, they're quite dominant in their league. They win it every season. They're pretty consistent. They're used to winning, and I'm pretty sure this is the first time they've been in the Champions League for quite a while. I'm pretty sure last season, were they not in the Conference League or the Europa League? No, that was the season before 2021, because I remember it was them. I think, was it them that beat Tottenham in that famous win? Was it Zagreb? I think it was Zagreb. It must have been them when Tottenham went to that stadium. I think they bottled it and they beat them like 3-0 or something. I think that was them, and I think in the previous season before, I think they were in the Conference League. So, you know, obviously this time they did qualify to get into the Champions League. I'm pretty sure it's been a while since they were in the Champions League. And yeah, tomorrow, you know, the stadium's pretty small, the capacity isn't big, but you know, the energy that the fans will give to them. It's the first time they're going to be in the Champions League for quite a while. And you know that the players will be up for it. First home game, Champions League, it's back for them, you know what I'm saying? It's back for us as well, so I'm guessing we'll be motivated to get going and get off to a very good start by winning the game tomorrow. In terms of other bits and pieces, he was asked about, obviously, the Mendy situation and David Moyes' comments about sort of Mendy faking an injury, and Thomas Tuchel was just like, look, I'm not going to comment on this. I can understand David Moyes' frustration, but there's nothing else I'm going to say, because the last time I talked, I got fined heavily. And I could tell from his expression and by the way he says it, I think he was very pissed off that he got fined that much. Maybe he didn't expect the fine to be that much, but I think he saw it coming. And he's just been like, yo, I ain't talking about these refs no more. I'm done, man. Like this, I mean, the outrage over Edouard Mendy's foul over the past few days has been terrible for me. And do you know what it is, yeah? I'll be honest, like, it's funny because in my preview and player ratings, I had a go at Mendy for the disallowed goal and obviously the goal that we conceded. But if you actually look at the replays, I've changed my mind on the disallowed goal, and it is a foul and it deserved to be disallowed. I've seen another angle where his right boot is literally about to clamper Mendy's like side rib, and then obviously I've seen other angles of the way his left leg trails on Mendy, and it does look intentional. Frank Leboeuf on ESPN gave out, I think, mentioned a rule about goalkeepers getting touched when they're in control of a situation with the ball, and if they get touched, it's instantly a foul. You cannot do that. And then Xhaka said that it looked like Bowen knew what he was doing and he intentionally did it. I've seen the replay back. It was intentional. So for me, it deserved to be disallowed. And on the goal as well, that West Ham actually scored. I know I'm rambling on a bit here and I should be talking about the preview. I just wanted to mention this real quick because I don't know when I'm going to mention it again. But as Mendy does clear the ball out for Declan Rice to then tap it onto Antonio, his shirt gets pulled. It literally gets pulled and he's off balance. No wonder he was on the floor when that goal happened. Honestly, I saw a replay of it and I was like, nobody's talking about that. Honestly, everyone's getting outraged about West Ham getting a disallowed goal or Big Six bias. Well, I could argue that your other goal should have been disallowed as well, but it didn't. Is that Big Six bias? I don't think so. It's bullshit. It wasn't even the worst decision made on the weekend. You saw what Man United, Arsenal, even though I think it was a foul, I would say that would be more controversial, in my opinion. You know? Like, the Aston Villa, Man City game, Newcastle, you know, disallowed goal. Like, I don't understand why we're getting the outrage. But don't worry, guys. There's a campaign against Chelsea. Anyway, there was other things Thomas Tuchel talked about as well. Reece James and the new contract. Very happy to see Reece James get that new contract as well. 5 years plus another option of a further. So, yeah, very happy about that. But, yeah, let's stop the waffling right now. We're 8 minutes in over. I haven't even done my predicted lineup yet. But I just wanted to talk about that, guys, because honestly, the shit talking all over social media over the past few days. I mean, honestly, get a grip, man. Anyway, and the fact that, you know what? Let me even not. Anyway, I'm going to give out a predicted lineup right now. I'm going to give you the team that I think Thomas Tuchel is going to play. But I am stuck in two minds because with Thiago Silva being out, I feel like this is an opportunity for us to actually play a back four in this game, you know. But at the same time, I think Thomas Tuchel is going to stick with his back three, 3-4-3, simply because I think of the midfield options potentially. So yeah, you'll see what I'm trying to say as the video goes on. Obviously, in goal, I have a slight feeling Kepa's going to play in this game. I have a feeling Kepa's going to play. I feel like the way Tuchel spoke on Kepa a few days ago tells me that there's a good chance Kepa could start in this game. And I think he's going to give Kepa the opportunity to showcase what he can do. At the end of the day, it is Zagreb away. We should be winning the game. Just because it's the first game, it doesn't mean that, you know, it still shouldn't warrant Kepa to not be given his opportunity, because I think it should warrant him to get his opportunity. And I think he deserves it. He's been professional. He's not complained. Rightly so as well, because if he did, it would be a bit of a, you know what I'm saying. So I think, yeah, play him tomorrow. Let me see what he can do on the ball in terms of him commanding his area, his leadership, his saves. Let me see what Kepa can do tomorrow, innit? And if he does well, who knows? We may have to have a conversation. So yeah, play Kepa tomorrow. In terms of the back three, I think Cucurella is going to play left centre back. I think Tuchel will put him there if he plays a back three. I think Koulibaly will be the centre back, and I think Fofana will be the right centre back. At the end of the day, Fofana's just come in, hopefully continues his form and, you know, builds up some momentum. Same with Koulibaly now. Obviously, he's been back for a while now since his red card, and he's been half decent. So yeah, play him. And Cucurella left centre back, because at the end of the day, I want Chilwell to play at left wing back tomorrow. Not because I don't rate Chalobah or Azpilicueta. I actually think Tuchel will do that as well. I think he will play Chilwell at left wing back tomorrow. I'm not sure if he will play Cucurella. I think he will, but don't be surprised if it's Azpilicueta as the right centre-back or something like that. Or Trevor Chalobah takes the left centre-back role instead, and Fofana and Koulibaly just keep their place or something like that. But I think he's going to do Cucurella left centre-back tomorrow, Koulibaly centre-back, Fofana right centre-back, Reece James right wing-back, Chilwell left wing-back. I think the reason for this is I think we can afford to be more attacking. I think we're going to dominate the ball. I think Zagreb might sit back, although they could press us from the front. They could try to take control of the play, possession-wise. Who knows, innit? I'm not sure how they're going to play tomorrow. I don't really watch Zagreb. I don't watch Croatian football. I mean, who watches Croatian football unless you're from that country? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm really not quite sure. You know, so yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they play tomorrow. But I think we should be able to take control of the ball, dominate, press from the front, have Cucurella and Chilwell link up. You know, maybe Cucurella make some underlapping runs, Chilwell can make some runs into the box, put himself in great positions to use his pace, his finishing ability, his crossing ability, etc., etc. Whilst Cucurella in possession, you know, good. He's aggressive defensively as well, so he can get tight to his man. So the defense, I'm not really worried about Cucurella in the back three. So yeah. I don't have a problem with that back line, and I think that's the back line Tuchel will play. In terms of the two midfielders, I actually think it's going to be Jorginho and Kovacic. It's the safe option. It's probably the best option as well. Kova, he played what, about 60, 65 minutes of the game. So yeah, and he did his press conference as well, where he said he's feeling fitter, he's feeling fine, he feels like his momentum is sort of coming back, and you know, he's obviously frustrated with the injuries as well. He also talked about Gvardiol as well, saying how Chelsea asked asked Kova about him, and you know, he obviously said he's a good guy, he's a good player as well, and Kova's stated that, you know, he'd like Gvardiol to play at Chelsea with him. So we'll see what happens in terms of that deal. But yeah, I think Kova will play tomorrow. I think it's a chance for him to build more match fitness, more match sharpness as well. Hopefully he can play well. He's obviously back to his old club as well. He used to play for Dinamo Zagreb. So yeah, it's going to be probably an emotional moment for him. A good one as well. So hopefully he has a good game. And Jorginho, at the end of the day, he didn't play over the weekend. He's fully fit. He's ready to go. I think in a game like this, should be able to be all right, you know, take control of the game, move the ball quickly, you know what I'm saying, and just be that regista that we all know he is. And I've been seeing a lot of disrespect on his name lately as well. I mean, at this point, I get it. There's certain things in this game you don't like, but there's no point disrespecting him. You know, I'm seeing people celebrating, oh my God, he's not going to get a new contract. Oh my God, yes, we've been saved. Ah, shut up, man. Like, come on. Like, what? Why are you treating him as if he's a bum? Why are you treating him as if he's the Ross Barkleys of this world, who's gone to Nice and that, which is a weird move? But come on, guys. Put some respect, man. Have some respect, innit? Anyway, I think those two play tomorrow. I think Zakaria will come off the bench. One of Chukwuemeka or Conor Gallagher, one of the other two will probably come off the bench. But I definitely see Dennis Zakaria coming off the bench to make his Chelsea debut 100%. And then when you look at the front three, it's a tough one. But I think, personally, Tuchel will play Mason Mount, Kai Havertz. No. I changed my mind. He's going to play Raheem Sterling. He's going to play Kai Havertz and Aubameyang up front. Based on what he said on Aubameyang, I think he's going to start him tomorrow. And let's see how he trains today. But I think he's going to start him tomorrow. I think he's ready to go. I think Tuchel's like, you know what? You look good in the mask. You're training comfortably in the mask. You already know what I want from you as a player. You already know what I like to do in the front line in terms of how we play. Stick him in tomorrow. And I think that's what Tuchel is going to do. Hopefully Aubameyang does have a great debut. And hopefully brings us goals, link-up play, runs from behind. You get me, creating space for others maybe as well on top of that. And yeah, excited for it. So that's the team I think Tuchel will play. Mendy in goal. Back three of Cucurella, Wesley Fofana and Koulibaly, Reece James and Cucurella as the wing backs, Zakaria and no, not Zakaria, bloody Jorginho and Kova as the midfield, and then the front three will be Sterling, who I think will just play because he'll continue his momentum and he's probably our best attacker at the moment. Kai Havertz, simply because I feel like him behind the striker could present an opportunity for him to maybe play well now, and for him to have a little bit less pressure off his shoulders at the moment, because Aubameyang has that striker role now. And I think he needs to apply confidence and, you know, gain momentum from his goal he scored at the weekend. And I think Tuchel is going to give that to him. And then in terms of Aubameyang, yeah, I think he's ready to start. I think Tuchel thinks he's ready to start. I think Aubameyang thinks he's ready to start. He won't play the whole 90, which is fine. In terms of players I'd like to come on, I feel like Broha, I'd like him to come on. I'd definitely like to see probably what's his name, bruv? Maybe a Chukwuemeka if we're winning the game comfortably. I'd like to maybe see him tomorrow. Maybe a Ruben as well. Maybe a Trevor as well for stability at the back. You know, some players to come on. You know what I'm saying? 5 at the back and that. 5 substitutes. So yeah, that's just my opinion. In terms of what I would have liked to do, there would have been a situation where maybe I would have liked a back 4. You know, 4-3-3. Maybe Mendy in goal. Or Kepa in goal. Did I say Mendy in goal at the beginning? I meant Kepa in goal. Maybe Kepa in goal. You know, Chilwell left back, Reece James right back, Koulibaly, Fofana, and then Jorginho, Kova, and Mason Mount, and then a front three of like Sterling, Havertz, and Aubameyang. For me, a team like that would have actually been good to see, in my opinion, seeing as Thiago Silva is not going to be in this game, not involved at all. That would have been my team that I would have liked to play. But I think Tuchel's going to stick with the back 3-3-4-3. We'll see how it goes. Champions League is back. Score prediction, I'm going to go with a... Ooh, it's a tough one. But I'll go with a solid 3-1 win for Chelsea. I think we'll win 3-1. I think we'll go there. We'll play our football. Aubameyang's going to have a brilliant debut, I hope. I saw the other day that his debuts for Arsenal, all his previous clubs, Barcelona, Arsenal and Dortmund, he scored on his debut for those clubs, so hopefully he continues that trend of scoring on his debut, but this time for Chelsea Football Club, the best team in London. Let's go. Like, comment, subscribe, turn those post notifications, follow my social media down below, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for the match review and the player ratings. In a bit, people. Peace.